All right, ready? 3, 2, 7. Hey, welcome to the JaySquared Podcast. My name is Jesoma.
I'm J-Rock.
And we have an amazing show for you today. So, before anything, how's your week?
I got vaccinated. So.
Fell for the oldest trick in the book.
Hey, man.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to travel.
Trying
to get out there. So far, so good. I'm alive.
Can't travel if your legs don't work.
Hey, everything's working.
You fucked up.
Did I?
I don't know, man. I can't bring myself to do it. And my job's trying to bring us back into work. Like, yeah, go ahead and get vaccinated and we can move this along faster. Nah, I'm staying home.
All right.
I don't trust it. If everybody else gets vaccinated, then I should be good.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, fuck it. Anyway.
But yeah, other than that, I've had a good
Any
week.
side effects and shit? Do you feel
just
weak,
my arm hurt.
woozy?
No, just my arm hurt.
And you only got the first shot?
Yeah.
When do you have to get the second one?
In 2 weeks.
Which one did you get? Did you get the Moderna?
No, the Pfizer. I heard the Moderna gives you pretty bad side effects.
Now, I heard the Johnson & Johnson's the one that fucks you up.
Yeah, that's... Compared to, like, the numbers, it's really nothing.
I know, but, like, that's the same thing people are saying about actually COVID. So it's like...
No.
That's the same... It's kind of the same argument. It's like,
No.
oh, it's only a couple of people that are getting fucked up. Like...
Are you serious? You're comparing millions to 8?
I'm just saying. How many people...
Dude,
okay, hold on. Wait.
No.
Okay, if you actually think about it, it's the same argument. I didn't say it was the same numbers. I'm just saying it's the same argument. Like, I just don't want to be that one out of, even if it's 1 out of 100,000, I don't want to be the one with the fucking extra large hand or some shit. I don't know. I don't want no fucked up shit to happen to me.
Okay,
That's
but
just
that hasn't happened. So.
I don't know, man.
I don't know what you don't know.
I'm too black to be getting vaccines from the government.
All right. I mean,
we don't have a good track record when that shit happens. We just don't.
But you got your other vaccines, right?
I don't know. My parents are African. Probably did.
To get into school, right?
Like, no, we are not giving him a shot. For what? So I don't know what's going on. I mean, as an adult, I don't want to make that decision yet. I'll wait it out.
I respect that.
I appreciate it.
I got it. I was the last one in my family to get it, and everyone else has been fine, so.
Okay. So, all right, you did your own little consensus. Actually, my parents got it.
All right.
I don't know why. They didn't consult with me about it or anything. They were just like, fuck it, we're just gonna get it.
They're like, Jay, soon.
I don't know, man. That shit, I was like, all right.
But, okay, well, moving on. I guess we can move on after that note. Oh, wait, have you seen your therapist yet? Because, you still haven't sent me that movie that you said you were going to send me.
I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send it to you tonight. I promise. I have it loaded up on my dock already.
It's chapter 6 and I still haven't gotten the movie.
Look, listen. I told you I was going to get it. Listen, look. All right, first of all, I'm going to send it to you, all right? Okay. I haven't seen my therapist. It's still her fault. But look, I'm just waiting. I mean, I guess I've been overloading myself. I need to fix up my calendar and shit like that. I just need to schedule that in.
Okay.
But honestly, like, it all goes back to Talkspace. I mean, it's an amazing app.
Oh, my God.
As soon as you guys get on it, you're going to really understand how much of yourself you don't know.
We're not sponsored.
Not sponsored by sponsored. I was going to say not sponsored by Pfizer. Not sponsored by Talkspace at all.
Not sponsored by Pfizer either.
But let's get into it, man. Sports and entertainment.
What we got first?
So, look. We got the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, dear God.
All right. So, we got a lot of mixed reviews when we came out, and we were talking about how shitty it was, right?
I mean, yeah.
That was around episode 3.
Yes,
we were talking
this
about
was
how
before
shitty
we watched episode 4.
It was before episode 4, and everybody was saying that, oh, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, y'all bugging, and then episode 4 came out, and we're like, all right.
Okay, well, you guys might have a point.
Okay, cool.
Episode 4
Then episode 5 came out, we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, episode 5 was
garbage
trash.
Again. Hey, it's just a trash show, and like now it's too late to pull everything together. I don't know how they're gonna do it.
I'm hoping episode 6 is a good finale, but quite honestly, I'm ready for it to be over.
It's not gonna exactly. That's the problem. Like I'm waiting for it to be over. I should. If I feel that way about a show, then it's probably not a good show.
Yeah.
You get me? Like.
Yeah, it's like 50-50.
See, Rick's back there. He's like, no, I don't. I'm sorry. It's all
It's-
look. He said
yeah.
it's cool. I think it's all right,
It's
but at
okay.
the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's just not WandaVision,
Oh,
and that's
no.
what sucks. It's not.
It's not WandaVision at all. Loki's next, though.
That's true.
Loki's
We are
should
waiting
bring
for
it up.
Loki.
Yeah. So
Rick brought up a good point because I mean, I guess they can't all be like bangers like that.
Yeah.
But I really have high expectations for Loki. If Loki isn't good, then I don't know what to say about.
I highly doubt
exactly.
it. Yeah, I
I don't know what to
doubt
say about your people.
it. Wow.
Yeah.
It's like that?
Yeah.
Your people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your Marvel people.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I don't know what to say about y'all.
Look, I will give you this. Marvel dropped the ball with this one. I will give you that. I don't like this show at all. Episode 4 to me was the top of the top. That ending of episode 4, woo.
So would you rather watch the Snyder cut of Justice League or Falcon and Winter Soldier?
What episode?
First time watching either of them. Like you could either watch the whole like Falcon and Winter Soldier, or you could either watch the Snyder cut Justice League for the first time.
How about let's hold this question for when the finale comes out?
You always want to. All right, whatever.
No,
man.
because you're saying from start to finish.
I'm
We
just,
haven't finished.
I was
it.
just asking you a simple question,
Hey, man.
man. I was just asking you a very simple
I'm
question.
trying to
I
be
see where your head's at
logical.
already.
I want to be logical,
All
but
right.
it might be DC. I'm just saying. It might.
Okay.
Might.
I like those odds.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
Invincible.
I told you about Invincible.
Okay, like 20 people
I
have told
told
me
you
about it.
about Invincible.
20 people.
It's
Rick was one of the first ones. Allison was one of the first ones too. My cousin Brandon. My friend Jack.
even Jamie told you about Invincible.
Jamie too, yeah. How could I forget? You then told me.
I don't feel like I was the last person to tell you.
No, you weren't one of the last people to tell me.
Like, it's that the plot of Invincible, it really takes all of that glory out of being a superhero, but not in like the boys type of way completely,
No.
but more along like I don't know how to even explain it. It's just like a better way to look at being a superhero, like getting your powers, going through all this shit that like teenagers go through.
Yeah.
Like just all that shit bundled up. It's an amazing show.
It's very gory.
Yes,
Which is
very
not what you
graphic.
expect from like a cartoon animation comic book movie TV show. I don't know how to talk today. But yeah, I liked it. The ending of episode 1, mind blown.
I loved it. I loved it because it's like you're watching it and you're like, oh, this is gonna be a little simple show.
Yeah.
And then after the end of episode 1, you're like, wait, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, what just happened? Yeah. I was like, wait. This
I
made
was
no
excited.
sense.
That like after all of those things happened, like I read about it a little bit, and I was like, all right, I'll watch the show. When I watched the show, then I'm fucking mind blown. It's amazing.
But-
So if you guys haven't watched Invincible, y'all need to watch it. Get on it now.
It's on Amazon Prime.
On Amazon Prime, exactly.
Steal someone's
Or you could,
username.
you could pirate it like I do. Or
Oh my God. Back on
you
it.
could just go on Amazon Prime, pay your whatever fee.
Yeah, don't
and-
count on Jay to send it to you because he won't.
I might.
In like a year.
You'll get it though.
In like a year.
You'll get it when everybody else does.
Yeah. Probably
Alright.
after.
So next on our list.
This is all you.
Oh
All you.
man, this is exactly what I. All right, so I'm gonna break it down a little bit. I'm not gonna get too deep into it because I don't think everybody's gonna understand. But it's the Ben Askren versus Jake Paul, the boxing match that
Yep.
happened over this weekend.
Yep.
So, pretty much the quick breakdown is that Ben Askren, he was in his prime, he was undefeated. He was amazing. Like, he used to ground and pound. He's a wrestler. When it came to MMA, he was phenomenal. He moved over to the UFC, started getting his ass smacked. Then he retired. Now, Jake Paul, young guy, started boxing a long time ago. He's a young YouTube sensation, like you guys don't know. But nobody took him seriously. He started boxing, kept taking it seriously, and he ended up knocking out Ben Askren in the first round. They had their
In
whole
the
beef
first 10
lead.
seconds.
It wasn't the first 10 seconds. It was like first minute or something like
No,
that.
dude. It was legit like 10, 20 seconds in.
No, that's
I
the
saw
clip
it
you saw. The
on
clip you saw,
YouTube.
yeah.
I saw it live on YouTube.
Look, man, this is what I'm trying to get to. Jake Paul, like you gotta give it to him right now. Like he's working towards something. He's a young kid. He hasn't been in the game that long. I think that we just don't like him, so we're going to try to dismiss his talent.
Uh-huh.
But he's laying people out.
Yeah, but
Like,
nobody's.
I understand, and I agree with you. It's nobody's, but at the same time...
none of them box.
But at the same time, he's building up towards it. All right, so first, he fought another YouTuber, right? Fought another YouTuber.
Uh-huh.
Then, he fought somebody... He fought an athlete.
Nate
Robinson
was a fraud.
slept him. Then now he fought an MMA fighter, retired MMA fighter. I'll give it to you.
Fat MMA fighter.
MMA fighter.
MMA fighter.
No, but he fought a retired MMA fighter.
Uh-huh.
Next, what I'm thinking is that he's gonna fight an MMA fighter. Then he's gonna fight a boxer. Then he's gonna start trying to rise up the ranks as something serious, in my opinion. Now, I tell everybody the same thing. No matter whether you're trash at something, garbage, slow, if you practice something enough with the top-notch people,
Yeah.
like anything that you try to do, if you practice with the top-notch people, you're paying them millions of dollars to teach you something the right way, and every time you win, they get paid, you're going to be good at it.
Yeah.
It's just about how much dedication you put into it. So I might not even like him. Like, I don't really have an opinion on him.
He has hands, though. I will
But
give
he
you that.
has hands,
Yeah.
and that's it.
He does.
Like, you can't compare the two. And Ben Askren is known not to have hands.
Yeah. I mean, you could see it from the 10 seconds of the fight.
So,
To whoever paid money for that, bless your heart.
listen, man, we went to my friend's house, so I put in $10.
Wow.
I kind of paid for it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
I saw it on YouTube because someone was streaming on it.
So you thought it was trash?
Me?
Yeah.
I thought if you paid money for it, yeah.
Okay.
If you didn't pay money like I did and found it on YouTube Live.
I was a little mad that I paid money for it, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
even
it was supposed to be like this big, huge fight where everyone's hyping with like less than a minute. Less than 30 seconds. It's already over.
It's not less than 30 seconds.
Man.
Put some respect on my dog, Ben Askren's name.
No.
Look, he's not a boxer. And you can't teach that in that short amount of time. A boxer's punch. And I was talking to you and Allison earlier that same day, and I was telling you, a boxer's punch is different from an MMA fighter's punch.
True.
And that's exactly what I said. And then, boom, that shit
It
happened.
happened.
All right.
You're right.
So, man, we're getting into this already. So what the fuck is going on? The Super League
Oh my god.
versus FIFA?
Okay. So football is dead, ladies and gentlemen. Football is dead. Okay? And I'm talking about the real football, which is soccer.
That's not
For
real football.
Americans.
That's not real football.
Yes, it
It's
is.
not real football.
Yes, it is.
Okay, go
All
ahead.
right, so Super League. The Super League is being formed by 12 clubs right now. 12 of the biggest clubs in Europe. And I'm talking about like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Manchester City, Juventus, my team, Chelsea, which I am fucking pissed about. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I've been saying this the whole day. Football is dead. And football is dead. So these 12 teams, they are forming their own league. It's called the Super League. And they're basically going to run it as a tournament throughout the season. And it's fighting against Champions League. So Champions League, for those of you who don't watch soccer, is basically the biggest tournament of European soccer. All the top 4 teams of each European league join the Champions League. And they battle it out in different groups until we get into the round of 16s, semifinals, quarterfinals, blah, 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 until we get to the final.
Okay.
The winner is the champion of Europe. So that's the best team in Europe.
Okay.
So
And
it's
that's the Champions League.
That's the Champions League.
All right, got you.
This Super League that these teams are creating, these 12 teams, top 12 teams, will automatically be in this league forever.
Okay.
And then we'll have, I think it was like 3 more teams? 3 more teams are supposed to be joining. They haven't said who because of how the people are fighting, how the fans are fighting this. But they're all supposed to join this league and go into a little playoff, but it will be different teams. The thing is, if you don't have money, if you're not rich, you can't get into this league.
Yeah, because I know that there's smaller clubs and stuff like that.
And
so that's who they're affecting big time, huh?
yeah. So the thing is, FIFA didn't approve this league. because it's basically going against the Champions League. And the Champions League is like the biggest tournament ever. Like, it's been around for decades. It's not something that they just made up a couple years ago. Okay. This is like a legacy. And they're doing this because a lot of these clubs are losing money.
But how? Ah, shit. Okay.
So, not only that, but if you didn't know, FIFA is corrupt. So, a lot of these teams are corrupt. The president of this league, Florentino Perez, fucking corrupt. The most corrupt mafia, top of the top mob boss.
Yo, hey. All right, they're gonna take your ass out.
Amen. I know what I signed up for.
All right, but I want to know where you stand on it, though. Like, do you
I'm against it.
You're okay. So you're against Super League.
Yes.
But isn't the leader of FIFA corrupt?
Yes. So here's the thing: when you have FIFA looking like the good guys, you know something's wrong.
Okay.
So this league, it's basically, if you have money, you're going to make more money because we're going to make a lot of money, like millions and millions and millions of dollars in this league because we're going to be playing the top teams. So this, to me, is focusing on American fans because what do American fans want to watch? Real Madrid versus Barcelona every week if they could.
Gotcha. All right, that makes sense.
So the little teams, the underdogs,
they're not going to get a chance.
They're not going to get a chance because nobody wants to watch them. And that's the thing with the Champions League. There's teams that you don't know who make it, and then they could do a surprise run and make it to, like, the quarterfinals.
Yeah, and then they get that notoriety and shit like that.
And they start getting money to help their league. With this one, no one's going to get money.
They don't have access.
Exactly.
Damn, man, nobody's going to watch FIFA because the main players aren't going to be there.
Yeah, so FIFA said, all right, you guys want to do this? We're banning you.
And you had a really good analogy for people that don't really watch football or soccer. Go ahead and break it down in like NBA terms.
Okay. So I actually thought of a different way to do it for you.
Dumb it down.
Dumb it down a little bit more. So let's say if the big players like LeBron, Steph, Kevin Durant, Kyrie, James Harden, blah, 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 if they were all like, hey, we're going to join the big three.
Okay.
Because we want to make more money. And we can make a lot more money than the NBA if we join the big three. Okay. So they decide to join the big three. The NBA is like, oh, okay, you want to join the big three? Perfect. Go ahead. But we're disassociating you from the NBA, from your NBA teams, from the Olympics. So you can't even play basketball and represent your country. Anything related to overseas in Europe, anything. So you'll no longer be able to play basketball under the NBA.
See, and now that's what made sense. I was like, oh, shit, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
And now, like, so what are we going to do about it? Because at the end of the day, I mean, we only have so much power. You already say these teams are corrupt. I could only imagine who's in charge of the Super League. This shit sounds evil as fuck.
It's all the top leaders are all just corrupt. They owe money. They're broke, or their team is going down, but somehow they're making money, and it's all connected to just like the mafia.
Jesus
the FIFA
Christ.
mafia.
All right. Well,
But here's the thing, Jay. FIFA said, we're banning you.
Okay.
Their leagues said, we're banning you. Champions League is like, we're banning you. And literally said on Friday is when it's supposed to happen. But 3 of the 4 teams that are in the semis are going to get banned.
That's what happens. You can't, like...
And for me, so I'm a Chelsea fan. Been a Chelsea fan since I was little. We have a game tomorrow for our league. What's the point of playing it if we're going to get banned from the league?
That's true.
What's the point of playing our Champions League game if we don't want to be in the Champions League?
I guess they're just holding on to like some type of hope that it doesn't go that way, but...
I don't know. My thing is, the coaches and the players had no idea. They all found out yesterday when the rest of the football fans found out. So that, to me, shows you that the clubs don't care about us, don't care about the players, don't care about the coaches.
Yeah, they really don't give a fuck.
They just want money. They just want money. And
But damn, it's hard because I guess I don't know enough.
mm-hmm.
But it's hard because I look at both sides of it. I'm like, all right, if they're losing money, they kind of are trying to do what they got to do.
But they're not, because the Champions League, you still get money. From your league, you still get money. The whole point of this is to not share the money that they get.
Yeah.
Because when you go to the Champions League, some of that portion of it still goes back to the league, who then divides it to each team. So each team gets a portion of the money.
But that's my point. They don't want to share.
I'm with you on that. But it's greed. It's
but
corruption.
I get it. Yeah, I mean, like, it's greedy and it's fucked up.
Is.
But I get it.
It takes away from what football is. And even FIFA said to the players, and this is where I'm kind of like, whoa, this is wrong. They're saying that all the players, they're going to get banned from international play. So, like,
okay.
If I were on the team and I represent the U.S., I can't play for the U.S. because you're banning me from international play. So I can't go to the World Cup. I can't go to any of the Euro Cups, Copa America, Copa de Oro, like none of that.
But then, yeah, I get that side too, because they're like, okay, we're going to strong arm you.
Oh, yeah, and that's
you're
what
only
they're
going to, you want to be in the Super League?
Yeah.
You only going to play in the Super League.
They're calling it the biggest poker game in football right now.
Ooh, I like it.
So, yeah.
This is exciting.
So
it's like a novella or something.
It is. So football fans in Europe are boycotting it, as they should. They're signing petitions and all that. But my thing is, like, the players, do they even get a say? Because they're under contract.
Yeah, of course. No.
Same with the coaches. So we can't really blame them. Like, we know a lot of them don't want this to happen, but they can't say anything because of the contract they're under.
Yeah, like, that's what I kind of try to, like, that's what I'm thinking about. It's like,
yeah.
The players don't really have a say. It's kind of up to the clubs themselves.
Yeah, but the clubs have already screwed us over with joining this league. So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
So you kind of got to attack the club straight up. You can't really attack the players.
The players are,
But then, again, I understand FIFA because they're like, no, we're going to ban you from all of these things because if you show up in this, then you're kind of having the best of both worlds, and we want you to make a decision, and we want you to make the decision that pretty much is us.
Yeah,
so.
Basically. It's just crazy because not only are you getting banned from that, you're getting banned from your own league, you're getting banned from everything just to play in this one super league.
I love it. It's so political.
It is, and it sucks because as a Chelsea fan, what's the point? What's the point of this? You're taking away all the fun and the love and the passion that we have for this sport. For what? Money?
Yes.
Money.
For money! What are you talking about?
Yeah, so it sucks. It really does suck.
Yeah, no, that is a shitty deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it because, again, like, I am a fan when it comes to, like, MMA and stuff like that, and pretty much they don't let you just dabble into different type of tournaments, different type of things. You're under a contract under this specific thing. So if you go ahead and you try to deviate in any way, then they're gonna fire you, or they're gonna go ahead and say, all right, they can keep you.
Yeah. Well, this league is supposed to start in August. So
Ooh,
it's like they had this
close.
planned.
I like this.
They had this planned, and I don't know. I hope it doesn't go through. I hope the teams start backing out, but I highly doubt it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna get into soccer.
You
just
should,
for
man.
just for the drama.
Yeah, so
I love it. That's
is football
dope.
dead? Football is dead.
Yeah. Oh,
Dead.
whoa.
It's dead. It's dead. As a Chelsea fan, I'm just hurt. I'm upset, and I wish I could be in London to boycott. That's where I'm at.
Jesus Christ! I didn't know it was hitting you this hard.
Yeah, man. I love that club, and we're finally, like, we're looking good. We're in the final. We're in the semifinals. We're fighting for top 4. And for what? For what? Tomorrow's game doesn't even matter anymore.
Oh, my God.
I'm hurt.
This is hitting you hard.
I'm hurt. Football is dead.
Look,
Football is
if you ever need anybody to talk to,
football is
go ahead
dead.
and sign up for Talkspace.
Oh, my God.
No, but
we're not sponsored. But yeah. So,
we're not sponsored, but...
Yeah, I wanted to talk about it because a lot of people were very confused about this, and were hitting me up to, like, talk and explain. So if you're still a little bit confused, hit
just
me up
DM
in the
us.
DM.
Yeah, let us know. We'll be more than happy to go ahead and...
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah, you did a great job of explaining that because I ain't have any idea of what the fuck you were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Like, at a point, when you were explaining it to me, I was just like, I was looking at the videos, I was like, man, I'm gonna just wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't fucking get it.
Yeah.
But laid it out perfectly. That was a great job.
Thanks.
But what we're gonna do right now, guys, we're gonna go ahead and go on a short intermission. So just give us a minute. We'll be right back. This is the JaySquared Podcast.
Boom.
All right, guys, we're right back at it. So hope you didn't miss us too much, and I hope that this song was
a banger again.
I hope it was another low-key bop.
Hey.
Is it a vibe?
Should we actually put a poll this time?
We should put up a poll for real this time. Like, did you like the intermission?
Did you?
I don't know.
It's trash.
I hate it, yeah. But let's get into our special topic. So, our special topic today is, should college athletes get paid?
Oof. From one corruption to another corruption.
I think it's the funniest thing because I guess I'm going to give my piece and you could give your piece and we could see how we feel about.
Yeah. Or
that sound good to you?
Yeah, we could also talk about.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Well, I honestly feel like they should get paid.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my take on it. I think they should get paid.
How about we go over it and then after we have more details,
right, let's do it.
We can actually say more than, yeah, they should get paid.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. All right. So, you started off.
All right, so pretty much student athletes, like, they are used. Like, I feel like they promote you in a way that they would promote an NBA player.
Who's they? Who's they?
Well, pretty much the colleges themselves.
And the NCAA.
Yeah. Oh my God. And the NCAA. Like, they put you on TV, on ESPN. They'll put you anywhere, but you don't get paid. They're using your likelihood. Like, that's
image.
a job.
Yeah.
That is a job to me. I mean, and they profit off of you so much. Like, and you don't get to see a little bit of it. Like, can you imagine? Because I always think about any professional or college athlete in a certain sense. Like, they dedicated their whole life just so they can get to something that's probably 1 out of a million for everybody else. And they're finally at that stage. They're at that level, at that peak. And you don't see anything for it. And especially, the fucked up shit about it is that if you get injured or some shit happens to you, you're done. Like, there's not going to be a future for you in that sport. So what can I rely on when all I knew was to dribble a basketball, or catch a football or throw a football? It's hard for me.
You're kind of getting into in between, because then what's the point of you getting a scholarship and going to school?
Well, I mean, I understand the scholarship part. Yeah, you should pay for this stuff. But at the same time, I'm still performing at an extremely high stressful level, and you expect me to go ahead and supply for myself and to that's not possible. It's not logical.
All right, keep reading, because you just went off.
Sorry,
go ahead.
I do it sometimes. All right, none of the money that goes to student athletes, apart from scholarships, student athletes put a lot of time into training, games, and schoolwork, but get nothing in return. That's like, and it just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. It will never make sense. I don't know how you're going to convince me otherwise, but I'll just take the second part of it.
All right, so now I'm going to talk about why they shouldn't get paid. Now,
makes no sense.
We are just stating why they should get paid, why they shouldn't get paid. We still haven't put in our 2 cents.
Okay.
So this is just from what I've heard and seen.
I kind of already did, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you jumped the gun. So they shouldn't get paid because they're not professional athletes. They're amateur athletes. Okay? Not all of these student athletes will make it to the league, so why should they get paid? Yes? Okay. No? Okay. And then this takes away money from smaller sports and other schools' department. So instead of putting that money into, let's say, like the track team or like the golf team, you're just gonna put it to the sport that gives you the most money, which is most likely football, if you're a football school, or basketball if you're a basketball school that does not have football.
Okay, I can see that.
So that's another reason why they shouldn't get paid. Now.
All right. So let's get into the next section. All right, so why schools, NCAA, don't want student athletes to get paid. All right, takes away money for coming into the school from donors. Students who want to join big sports schools have to share with all sports, even those that don't make any profit for the school. Okay. Would affect scholarships given to each sports team. Yeah,
so for that, usually sports with the most amount of players, which is football, they get the most scholarships, while all the other sports get minimum amount of scholarships. So that's another reason why they don't want to pay students, because then it'll start affecting how many scholarships are being given
allocated towards each different team. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I did jump the gun on this one.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. There's a lot of good points here.
Yeah.
All right. Takes away money from sponsors and brands NCAA uses. All right. The NCAA will lose a lot of money, power, and they are the mafia of college sports. Yeah. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So we wanted to hit on this because I think the key to all of this is the NCAA. So just like FIFA, the NCAA is extremely corrupt because they just want money for themselves and power over these college athletes in college schools, where if you don't follow their rules, we're either going to take your money away, we're going to fine you, or we're going to take away all your championships, which they have done, or they're going to ban you, which is basically suspend you for a year, 2 years from major tournaments.
Oh, fuck.
Or bowls. So all of this plays a part with the NCAA. Now, let's get back to why student athletes should get paid. So some of the benefits, and this was passed, well, it's not passed, but it's something that's been worked on for the past couple years. So it's called the College Athletes Bill of Rights. So here are some of the reasons that student athletes want to get paid. They would get a portion from their revenue-generating sport after a scholarship deduction. So they'll still be making money, a little bit of money, even after they take their scholarship away.
Okay.
College athletes would be allowed to sign with brand deals and endorsements outside of the university. So, for example, let's say UM has a deal with Adidas, so you could only wear Adidas. When you're playing or when you're practicing or training, you can only wear Adidas. Now, with this, if this gets passed, with this Bill of Rights, if it gets passed, college athletes, let's say I get signed by Nike, but I can't wear Nike because UM wears Adidas. With this, I could wear Nike and get money off of it without it affecting the university or the team.
I see.
Yeah. So this is big, in my opinion, because that's something that's very important with colleges. You got to represent the company that they're owned by.
Damn.
Or not owned by, but like contracted to.
But that is a huge point, because it also forces whatever like team or whatever brand chooses to sponsor a team, it forces them to give even more.
Yes.
If they want that uniform to be right.
Yes. So that's a big deal. This is another huge deal, which I was not aware of until reading up on it, but college athletes would receive extended health care. So that means even after they've graduated, they will still have health care for 5 years later in case like an injury pops up or a lingering injury that we were talking about before.
Damn, okay.
Because they don't have that. So let's say you have a season-ending injury or a career-ending injury, you'll still have health care to provide for you throughout however long you have it. And that's something that they didn't have before.
All right, I like that. Damn.
There's also a medical trust fund that would be created that will last 5 years after their eligibility. So let's say your eligibility ends in 2023, you'll have it until 2028, if I did math correctly.
I thought you were gonna mess up, but you did it.
I did good.
Insert clap noises.
Yes, insert clap noises because I don't do math.
Yeah, you don't math well.
No, I'm a science kid.
All right. Damn.
All right. Also, this is a big one. It would give more autonomy to athletes to transfer out of that university to another university, either stay or go pro.
All right. So for the people at home that just don't understand, what does autonomy mean? I mean, for them, because I totally get it. I just want to make sure.
It gives you more power in your decision to make within what you want to do with your athletic future.
I mean, I already knew. I just want to make sure that everybody at home knows.
Cool. So with this, let's say I'm playing in Georgia. I'm playing basketball for Georgia. And I've been riding the bench the whole year. But I believe that if I go to another school, I could show my talent.
Okay.
This would give me more power to transfer instead of going to the transfer portal where I have to wait a year to get NCAA approval and then get like not a contract, but like it's not coming into my head. But we'll say contract.
Words are hard.
Yeah, we'll just say it's a contract where I either get an extra year of eligibility or I have to wait a whole year until I get eligibility to play.
I see.
So that whole situation will be taken out. So I could just transfer to whatever school that will let me play immediately and show my talents.
That's way better.
Yeah. Why is it not allowed right now? Money.
Because of money.
Money.
That's great. Wow.
Oh, and then this was the last one that we're going to talk about. Scholarships will last as long as the major they choose instead of being forced to study something they don't want to. So this is how coaches get you. They say, we could give you a 4-year scholarship, but you have to go into sports management. You have to go into coaching. You have to go into, what else? Something that you could do in 4 years.
You know, I didn't know that shit at all.
Oh, really?
For real?
Yeah. So you're not allowed to, like, let's say I want to be a doctor, but I also play football.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't get my degree in 4 years and my scholarship is only 4 years, you're basically screwed. Yeah. And the other thing, too, like, if you want to be a doctor, you know you have to, like, do labs and actually take time outside of school to do all that stuff.
Yes.
You don't have that time when you're playing sport.
Exactly. Like,
so they're like, you either choose the scholarship that we're giving to you for free, or you pay your own money to play and to go to school. And that's how they get a bunch of these athletes. They put them in positions.
Get them to dedicate themselves wholeheartedly and shit like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're taking away the education part because what happens if I don't make it to the league?
That's what...
What am I going to fall to? Nothing. Because I didn't study what I wanted to, and now I'm working a job that I have no idea what I'm doing.
Damn. Okay.
So...
It all comes down to this. Do you agree that they should get paid?
See, this is where it gets a little confusing for me because I used to play in college and juggling that with school, it was tough. And then I also went through injuries. Remember when I got concussed?
I was there for that game.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I should post a picture.
No, don't. So that plays a part in me of you know what? We should get paid because we go through all these hard work practices, the games, missing school, trying to catch up with grades, or just keeping everything at a certain level. And then you start including the injuries that you get, how hard you work your body, not even physically but mentally, because then what if you start losing? If you have a season where all you do is lose games, that affects you mentally too, and then it starts affecting your grades in school, and then at the end of the day no one is talking about these things.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. It's people act like those things don't happen because they're college kids. It's no, these are real life situations for these kids. And like I said, man, it just worries me because you spent your whole life doing this. It's not you just started today and you're in a college team. No, you've been doing this your whole life. And when that's taken away from you, you don't really have anywhere to go. So it's kind of like starting all over. But like what you said made so much sense. It's like with the college Bill of Rights, whatever it's called. It just makes a lot more sense if these kids were able to be at least doing what they want to do.
Yes.
And if they do fall off, then they're able to fall back onto something they love.
Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of like, yes, they should get paid for these reasons. Also because the schools and the NCAA just abuses their powers on these kids. Because all that money goes to the school, goes to the NCAA. Like, the donors are just pumping more and more money into
so
these football
too.
stadiums for these athletes to come to, and they get nothing for it.
It's manipulative as fuck. Yeah. It's like, yo, you use my likelihood, you use all these things, and then you kind of like strong arm me by telling me I could only do this, I can only do that.
Exactly.
And then you fuck me over because if I get hurt, I don't have anything to fall back on. You tell me I can only use, 4 years of this scholarship, and it's like, how are you going to go ahead and say I have a full ride? And
then you could, but that's the other thing too. If you get injured and you're done, they could take that away.
What the fuck?
They could take it away and give it to somebody else. And be like, oh, now you have to work even 10 times harder than what you were already working to get it back.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they should be paid. Because the thing is that at the very least, because the scholarships, it's money, right? Okay. Yeah. So you should take that scholarship and just give it to me in cash. I believe that because at the end of the day, at least you give me control of what to do with what you're giving me.
Exactly.
And
like
if I choose to say, all right, I want to pay my loans, then I choose to pay my loans. Mm-hmm. If I choose to pay my pay for school, I'll choose to pay for school. If I choose to blow on whatever the fuck I want, then let me do that. But what they're doing is that that's the most fucked up thing.
Yeah. Now,
it's like it's like how a store gives you credit and they're like, you can't use this credit for anywhere else. You can only use it for this specific thing. Yeah. That's fucked up.
Yeah. But I kind of see it as why not? Why they shouldn't get paid either? Because, well, this is me playing like devil's advocate right now.
All right.
So. No, I'm with them getting paid. 100%. I'm with them getting paid. But here's why it's kind of like, not all these athletes deserve to get paid.
That is true. Because
a lot of these athletes are just used for practice. Like, for example, a football team, they have a practice squad. Why should they be getting paid? Are they going to play on the football field? Are they even going to make it anywhere?
But you know what? No, because they still deserve something. I think that it should go by your talent.
That's where I'm getting to.
Yeah, not everybody should have the same amount. I think they should treat it just like they treat like any other professional sport. It's like, yo, you get paid depending on your performance. Mm-hmm. Now, because at the very least, my time is valuable.
Yes.
You get me? So if my time is valuable and you're out here and you're saying, oh, I'm not going to give you shit for it, I'm still missing these classes that I probably don't even have, like, I don't have a full ride for and all that extra shit that the top players might have.
Exactly.
I'm missing out.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, though. That's where people are like, oh, well, why should he get paid? Why should she get paid if...
Because my time is valuable.
Exactly.
Like, the fuck?
And it goes back to, like, the equal pay for women. We should have a bracket. There should be a bracket again. Yep. Some type of bracket where it's like, if you're a starter, you definitely... And you have your own sponsors.
This is your flat rate. Yeah. This is what you get.
So this is the top.
And, and on top of that, you get your sponsorships and all the extra shit like that.
It should be broken down into that. But do these schools want to do this? Absolutely not. Because they're going to be losing money. So all the money that they're getting to build bigger stadiums, to build whatever they want on the east side of campus, all that money is going to be taken away because it's going to the athletes. The student athletes.
Yeah, and I think that's trash. I think that's absolute garbage because it's like,
but again, it's a business.
It is a business.
It's a business.
I wish people would just say that.
It's a business.
Just say that. Like if you just want to be greedy, just say that, and I'll get it. But I don't like that people pretend to care about these kids, like well-being and stuff like that. It's like you don't care.
Yeah.
You just want the money, and it's fine to admit that. I mean, I'm gonna think you're not such a good person, but I would understand more. Like, stop trying to weasel around it.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the comments that we got back that kind of really, I don't understand how people see it this way, but at the same time I kind of, is, oh, well, they play for the school and they should represent the school because it's the school that they picked and that's why they should play
like
for free.
Like their honor and shit like that.
Yeah, their honor. And I disagree wholeheartedly with that.
Yeah, honor never paid bills for me.
Not only that, but some of these athletes, like the schools that they actually want to go, they probably can't get into because of grades. So they have to go where the scholarship or where their talent could take them. So if I wanted to play really bad for Georgia, but I can't, and I have to end up picking between like Miami or like UF.
Damn.
It kind of sucks because the school that I want to play for, I can't. So where's my honor? Why should I honor a school that's not where I want to play and they're not even... Are they going to be there for me when I get injured?
Exactly.
Are they going to be there for me when I'm failing my classes?
That's the thing. Like that honor stuff is bullshit. Like to me.
Unless you're a professional athlete, okay. Because there has to be some honor into where you're going to play.
Yeah, but I also know. You get me? Like, professional athletes, they go to where they're treated the best. You get me? That's what majority of professional athletes who have the ability to go ahead and say, oh, I'm good enough to go here and go here.
I'm thinking about it in football perspective.
Words are hard.
Oh my
it's
God.
Okay.
Hey man, it's Monday, but I'm thinking about it in a football soccer perspective where it's like I grew up and this is my hometown club and I'm gonna play here for the rest of my life and I'm gonna start from the bottom until I get to the top. I understand honor in that situation and
because if I'm doing that, then the least that my city that I have so much honor for can do is make sure I'm good.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I'm saying that's where I could see the honor like conversation coming through. But when it comes to like American football or even basketball or even baseball, like that's out the window. Yeah. It's wherever you land is where you land.
And I think that when it comes down to it, this honor, like I equate it to money because it just makes more sense. If I had more money, like while I'm playing for this, while I'm playing this sport, I'd be more happy. That's just it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, this honor is not going to pay your student loan. This honor is not going to pay any debt you have. Mm-hmm. The honor doesn't do that shit for you. No. Like, honor may make you feel good, but that doesn't pay the bills. It doesn't do it for you. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I get where they're coming from, and it goes back to, for me, it goes back to, like, Olympics and shit like that. I think that Olympic athletes are treated like shit.
Oh, that's a whole other special topic that we could get into.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like you're the peak of humanity. Yeah. Like, and you're, like, just like these kids, they're the peak of, where they are. And they're not allowed to fucking get something.
Nothing.
It's bullshit.
And if they do, what happens? They get suspended. They get fined. They have to go to court.
Yeah, and this is all fucked up. Like, I don't like that. I just don't understand the logic behind.
You also have to understand, like, a lot of these athletes, they don't have money.
Yeah, so it's kind of taking what you can get.
Yeah, so you show them anything. Yeah. And they're gonna try to get it, and like I'm with them, because if someone would have showed me money when I was playing, I would have thought about it. Yeah. Because it's like, anybody I could help out my family with this.
Yeah, and you could do so much more for yourself. Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. It's
a very hard conversation, which is why, like, I really wanted to talk about this. Yeah. Because a lot of people say no, a lot of people say yes, but I think it's getting to the point, especially, like, I actually like the College Athletes Bill of Rights. If it goes that way, I think it'll be good.
And also, like, to people that kind of don't get it or don't understand why it's such a big deal, think about how much March Madness took from your days. or how much you paid attention to March Madness.
Not only that, football.
Yeah.
Football.
Oh, of course.
College football.
Think of how filled up those stands are in Alabama. Like, it's ridiculous, but, I mean...
And all that money is going to the university. And what are they doing? They're using that money to build even bigger stadiums, or the donors are putting in money into that as well. And they're building their own little frat houses and sorority houses, and none of that money is going to things that they need. It's going to bullshit that they want to look cool and have more students come and waste more money into the university, because it's all a business. And at the end of the day, money talks.
But at the end of the day, we do want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
We want to know what you guys think after this conversation. Should they get paid or not? We're going to put up another poll.
Yeah, and actually let us know why. Don't just put
Yeah.
yes or no. Like, I want to have a
details.
conversation.
I want to hear you.
Yeah.
You feel me? All right, so
All right.
So now on to everybody's favorite topic.
Ximena
Needs to know.
Know.
All right, so if you guys are new here, Ximena is our third bandmate in Paradox, and we used to work out all the time, and every time we'd work out before she left to Iceland, was it? Netherlands, whatever. Before she went off,
to Greenland.
yeah, that Greenland or Iceland.
Let's go with Iceland.
I'm gonna go with Iceland.
Okay.
All right. So before she left off to where the fuck, we would always explain these things that are happening in the world, and she had no idea. She never knew. She was always like, just confused as to what's going on, and we'd have to break it down to her. So we created a segment called Ximena Needs to Know, where we kind of break down things that are going on in the world.
Yeah.
At least since the last 2 weeks that we met together, right?
Yeah.
So let's see what's going on. Take it away.
All right. Ximena, get ready to be angry, because America is America. More cop killings, more mass shootings. Welcome to America.
So we're gonna start off with pretty much Daunte Wright. He was killed in Minnesota by a cop during a traffic stop. The female cop.
Stop.
I said stop, right?
Stop.
Hey, yo, you know what?
We're both having difficulty speaking today.
I'm gonna quit because you do this every chapter.
Hey, man, you called me out. I call you out.
I hate it.
It's all love. It's all love.
I just hate it here. All right, so the female cop, she pretty much mistook the gun for a taser, which is fucking confusing to me. I just will never understand
taser for her
that.
gun.
A gun for a taser for a gun. Isn't it the same shit?
No,
just
it's
backwards?
not. Yeah, it's backwards.
Regardless, she went ahead and she pulled out her gun. She thought it was a taser. She shot Daunte, and as he drove off, he died later on. And it's just really hard to watch because this is something that we're numb to at this point, and it's like, why should I be numb to police brutality or killings in general?
I think the tough part for everyone in this is, like, this cop has been a cop for 26 years, is the president of the union, and there's no way that was an accident. Like, how? You've been a cop for 26 years and you're telling me that you don't know your taser for your gun? They both are way different. Like, they look different. They're different types of weight. One is in your dominant hand and one isn't. And you're telling me that after 26 years you still don't know the difference?
It's just not a mistake that...
I can't. Like, what other job allows you to make a mistake like this?
Yeah, it's just not it's just not something that we could really... It's not something that we could put a lot of faith in.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
The crazy thing is, like, this happened a couple miles away from the George Floyd trial.
And it's the wildest part about all this is that right now the country's in a place where we are experiencing an unjustified killing of an unarmed person while we're having a trial about another unjustified unarmed killing of somebody. Only to get into another unjustified killing of somebody else. And this is all police brutality, and I just don't understand why it's so defendable.
No. Jump into the next shooting.
So then there's Adam Toledo, a 12-year-old kid. Killed in Chicago by a police officer. He was running away from the cops, and pretty much somebody said he has a gun on him. The video shows that was a complete lie. He dropped it a while ago as he was running. The officer instructed him to put his hands up. When he put his hands up, then he shot him.
Even though, like, he had already complied. There's nothing on him.
So it's like, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah. We
comply, we get shot. We sleep, we get shot. We're just bystanders, we get shot. We do something wrong, instead of taking us to jail, like that's supposed to be the job.
Yeah.
We get shot. Or somebody kneels on our neck until we fucking die.
Yeah.
And we have to have a whole big-ass year-long discussion about what went on when we watched the murder.
Yeah.
We can watch a murder go down, and we still have to take it to trial for so long, or this is such a prolonged period.
If it even goes to trial. That's the thing. If it even goes. But, like, a 12-year-old kid, man. A 12-year-old kid.
I don't think at this point it just doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, it didn't matter when there was a shooting for all the elementary kids.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. No one said anything. People think it's fake.
And that's what's really crazy. I think it's just people being delusional. They're on the American high, where they feel like this just can't happen.
Yeah. Well, let's go from the next killing of an unarmed person of color, to a mass shooting, because welcome to America. So, FedEx shooting. Hello.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to check. All right. So, pretty much, 8 people were killed at FedEx in Indianapolis after an ex-employee shoots up the store and then killed himself in the process.
Yeah.
Now, you know a little bit more about this than me. You want to go ahead and get into it?
Yeah. So, apparently, he purchased 2 semi-automatic guns, randomly got out of his car and started shooting people. The shooting was less than 5 minutes, like everybody was dead. And by the time the cops got there. And, yeah. That's what happened. And the killer killed mostly Sikh people. So I hope I said that correctly. I Googled it because I didn't want to be disrespectful. But a bunch of them were employed there. So could it be a hate crime? Potentially. But, you know, he had mental health issues. So surprise, surprise.
You know what?
The excuse of all the years.
And what kind of gets me and what bothers me the most is that a lot of people, they say, you know what, whenever there's gang violence or something like that, black people need to learn how to police their own community, or they need to learn how to, you know, take control of their community. But whenever there's a mass shooting done by somebody who's white, then, you know, he was sick, or there was a mental health issue, or there was something wrong with him.
It's never, hey,
we have a problem.
He's just a murderer. Like, yeah.
And this shit will baffle me I will never understand.
I don't think anyone will ever understand it. And
no, there are people that understand, because there's people that justify it. And that's...
But I disagree. I believe they don't understand it.
I would love to actually agree with you on that. But there are people that do understand, and they just don't want to get it.
I don't know. But in the past month, no, sorry guys, no, those are not our keys. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry guys about that. But yeah, in the past month, we've had at least 50 mass shootings. All right, 50 in the past month.
And in the past 48 hours, we've had 5 mass shootings.
So yeah, let that sink in.
So there's a problem. It's up to America to fix it. And, you know, at this point...
I mean, I just... Stay alive out there if you can.
Try your best.
Try your best. Be safe, because at this rate, like, who knows? You can't go anywhere. So, let's move into the next topic.
Yeah, more good news. Being sarcastic, guys.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to DMX.
Yep.
And Black Rob, also.
Yeah.
But... yeah, legends in the industry is just really hard. DMX passed away after having a heart attack. It's not like you guys don't know.
Yeah. Ximena.
Ximena. DMX passed away after a drug overdose. He was pronounced brain dead after having a heart attack. And he was left on life support and eventually fell into a coma. He passed away on April 9th. Shout out to the Rough Riders and RIP DMX. And he's one of those people, like, people talk about how, like, touched by the spirit he was. And I really do believe it. Like, he seemed like one of those people who was always himself, always authentic, and he never let the fame change who he was.
Yeah.
And it just sucks to see, that person suffering that way. But, that's the power of, drugs and addiction and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And also, like, when you listen back to the music that he made, it's like, fuck, you kind of start to hear, like, different things, like, and different things that kind of are tailored to him. You feel me?
Not only that, but I feel like people take a lot of these artists for granted. So once they pass away, it's like, oh, man, I actually should have listened to them more.
But you know what? At the end of the day, too, what I also think about is I don't think they took him for granted in particular. Simply because everybody showed him love.
Mm.
People didn't really go ahead and, step away from him in that sense. Yeah. Everybody always showed him love.
All right. Moving on to the last Ximena Needs to Know.
Perfect. Oh, my favorite thing. The Bad Bunny concert. Go ahead and tell them. Put that target on your back.
Oh, yeah. So, I'm going to just let you know that Bad Bunny, I'll be seeing you April 2nd. Because I got tickets. The rest of y'all, shit out of luck. But, yeah. Jamie just gave me the finger. But yeah, Bad Bunny releases El Último Tour del Mundo concert for 2022. Tickets were on pre-sale last Thursday, and Ticketmaster crashed multiple times. And that's where the issue is, because a lot of people who were trying to get tickets, they got bounced out of the QE, and, basically got screwed. The other thing, too, was, like, he only had one Miami date, and then eventually he started dropping.
Didn't he add another one?
He added 3 in total, which is crazy. But I cop one. Me and my cousins, we cop one April 2nd, so we'll be out there. And then here's the crazier thing. The general admission tickets, they actually came out on Friday, and the cheapest ticket was $450.
Mm-hmm.
$450.
Damn,
yeah, so RIP to everyone's wallets, and if you got a ticket, shout out. I'll see you in the 305 concert.
You're gonna be the one. Hey, you got that target on your back. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Amen. Bad Bunny, baby.
So, guys, and just we're coming to the close, and just to remind everybody, I feel like I needed to go ahead and put this out. If you guys are confused about BLM, the movement, is about injustices that come along with police brutality. People get arrested for their crimes, and they go to prison. They get convicted. Police officers don't. So it's not about black-on-black crime. Stop trying to use that argument. It's not about anything else but purely injustices that come along with police brutality. Don't deflect. There's an issue.
Yeah.
So, since we ended up on a light note,
I
do want to go ahead and send a huge, giant shout out to Rick Brown and M7 Studios. Like, I guarantee you guys, this is probably the best place you could come if you want to get anything done.
Yes.
He's masterful with it. If you're wondering why our audio has been so amazing, it's because of Rick Brown. He really knows what he's doing behind there. And
the GOAT, man. I can't say it enough. He's the GOAT.
It's true. It's a fact. We're still waiting on his merch.
Yes, so we can wear it for these videos.
God, we're gonna wear it all over our podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a sticker right here on my laptop so you can say, "Hey, man, I'm telling you."
But then again, and also thanks to the fans again for the feedback. You guys, every time we put something out, you guys are giving us mad love, and we really do appreciate it. And
yeah, well, we have a video coming out soon. I'm sorry we said that last time, but we've been really busy. But yeah, we'll have a video coming soon. And surprise, surprise, we have a merch poll coming up.
So we really need you guys' insight on this.
Yes.
On what exactly you guys want us to put on it, how you want it to look. It's all up to you. We do it for you guys, so this is no different.
Yeah.
So again, that was the JaySquared Podcast.
Chapter 6. Shout out to Jamie.
Thanks, Jamie, the master behind it all.
Hey.
We appreciate it. Follow Jamie on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll put Instagram on our YouTube page and online.
And that was JaySquared.
Thank you guys.
Whatever song we put.